Okay, so I've actually managed to get out. It's been a while. Yeah, so today I'm at a village called Thelnetham, which is just in Suffolk. I am parked at the Thelnetham White Horse, and it's been called that since 1818. And it is I think it was closed for some time, but it's now actually run by the community. And yes, a lovely little pub. They have some very good events here, sort of folk music and all sorts of stuff going on. Yeah, so have a look at their Facebook page. They're certainly that's well worth a visit. It's a lovely little pub, and the beer is very good. Yeah, so this is where I'm starting from. We're sort of going to have a little walk round, hopefully across the Fen, depending if it isn't too wet. We'll see. Yeah, follow some footpaths, sort of doing a big circular walk really. Don't worry about that pip of noise, that's just my carbon monoxide alarm, needs a new battery. Yeah, so we'll have a sort of little bit of a circular walk. Should see a windmill and yeah, various other little bits and pieces along the way. Some interesting stuff, hopefully. So, well, while the sun is shining, let's go. Yeah, so here we are in the pub car park. The pub is just over there behind the wall. The sign up there for the pub is a Percheron horse, which is a local breed. I think it's a heavy horse. There's a pub. Hopefully it'll still be open once we get back. So having a bit of work done. Right, so I'm going to carry on this road, so heading away from Hopton, which is the next village, and just up, which we won't be going to today, because it's sort of just further down this road, is the church, and the church is mentioned in the Domesday Book, 1086. It's called St Nicholas, and consists of chancel, nave, side chapel. We're now going down School Lane, by the way. Yeah, side chapel, south aisle, and porch, and the west tower. Right, this is I think this is the school. The old school. I don't think that's still in use. Nice little building. Yeah. Kink in the road here. Some lovely thatched cottages. That place there is called Old School Cottage, so I guess that must have been the school. And indeed, being on School Lane, bit of a clue. Yeah, so this is Loggers Lane. National speed limit. Somewhat optimistic, I think, down this road. And, oh yeah, I did when I was walking around the village the other day, I did bump into one of my viewers. So hello Popeye Pete. Nice to meet you. And well, this one's for you. I know you like a pub, and this is a nice little pub walk, so yeah. Shepherd's hut over there, a modern one, I would think. Look at that. Yeah. Fen Farm. That's 19th century farmstead. What's the date on there? My eyes are not that good. 1920 something or 30 something. Your guess is as good as mine. Yeah, so it's visible on first edition OS map. Farmstead is laid out in a dispersed plan with the farmhouse detached and set away from the yard, which is over there, I would think. It looks like a yard. You can see through the fence. Yeah, right. Oak Tree Farm. Also, Oak Tree Farm is another 19th century farmstead, also visible on the first edition OS map. Basically laid out in the same sort of style, and again only the farmhouse remains. Right, we can go straight down there. That takes you down to the river. Can go that way. This is actually part of the Angles Way. Right, but we're going to go this way and cut across another or a different footpath. Yeah, so there should be a footpath some way along here on the right. Yeah, and usually I'm out in the afternoon. I normally sort of get out in the morning, but yeah, busy this morning, so I thought I'd make the best of the weather. It's now sort of end of September. Is this the footpath? I think it might be. Oh, yeah, you're here. So, yeah, a little kink in the path. Then we're going up this way. We should be able to go that way. According to my map, anyway. Yes, this is Thelnetham Middle Fen. Yeah, that is a little bit soft and bouncy underfoot. the muntjac. Hope that's not going to be too wet. I've not got my waterproof boots on. It's actually quite a bit warmer than I thought. Might even have to take the jumper off. Right, what have we got here? Little loose walks, that's what we want, I think. Yeah. Oh, we've got a latch. Oh, we should be able to keep our feet dry. That's all boardwalk like this. Do we carry on down that way? Or do we carry on down this way? Haven't seen the river yet. So I think I need to stay this side of the river. I need to stay in Suffolk. Let's have a little look just to check out the river. Along there, I think is where we need to go. The little ooze. What you can see of it anyway. There's carving over here. Let's have a look at that. Inside. Anything on this side? Oh, just some Blaiswick's Bank. And got some history and all sorts of information on there. Right, let's carry on. And I can just about see the windmill. So that is Thelnetham Fen. Radiocarbon dates have indicated this fen started to form 8,000 years ago. Pollen samples show possible human tree clearance activity. Yeah, so there's been people living here for quite some time. So there have been some archaeological finds, Iron Age, possibly Bronze Age, pottery and flints found around here in 1958 by Basil Brown. And Basil Brown is obviously famous for discovering Sutton Hoo. The burial at Sutton Hoo, Saxon burial. Yeah, I think he did quite a bit of work around here in the area. I can't quite remember where he lived, but I know it wasn't too far away. I think he used to cycle everywhere, and obviously certainly had a good eye for things. Nice little bench here if you want to sit down. Yeah, not a great deal of flow in the old river. Right, so carry on along this footpath until we get to the road, and we turn left, and that is called Mill Road for obvious reasons. Walk down the bridge. Yeah, I think that floods at times, I would guess, because we have a high footway and a dip down to the river. Well, it wasn't as far through there as I thought. Sometimes you look on a map and you think it's a lot further than it actually is. Yeah, I think there are several other footpaths through there, and obviously you can walk further down to the other fen. just doing this little circular walk today. So you've got a better view of the mill now. That dates from 1819 and is one of 4 preserved tower mills in Suffolk. And we are only just in Suffolk. That's as I said, that's the little Lewes back there. So that's the Norfolk-Suffolk border. Yeah, so the mill was purchased for restoration by mill enthusiasts in 1979, and they managed to complete the work by 1987. Bit of view, got a bit of wind cutting across here. Yeah, so the you can go around the mill. I think you just go on the website and it gives contact details, and I don't know whether certain dates they open, but yeah, if you see the Thelnetham mill website, that will give you all the information you need if you want to have a visit. So Joseph Hodgkinson's try saying that after a couple of pints of Adams, a 1778 map of Suffolk shows a windmill existed near the current site on common land close to Thelnetham Fen. Records show that this was a post mill owned by William Button, and that he decided to replace it with a tower mill, which is this one here. Construction of the new mill was started in July 1819, and the mill began work on Christmas Day 1819. Now, could you imagine them trying to build something like that quickly? Now, yeah, I think they'd struggle. Yeah, so the mill remained in the Button family until 1862, when it was sold to Robert Peverett. It was later sold by auction in 1884 to Henry Bryant, and by 1892 he had introduced a portable steam engine driving a pair of stones on the ground floor. Yeah, and the steam engine was really just for use when there was not enough wind. In 1914, the steam engine was replaced by a Hornsby oil engine. Its condition deteriorated badly during the early 20th century, and it had become effectively derelict by 1926. Yeah, and the web page for the mill is thelnethamwindmill.org.uk, so if you want to go on there and have a look. Yeah, apparently behind the mill is a single ring ditch, about 30 feet in diameter, and was photographed from the windmill by M. Barnard in 1979. But yeah, I don't think anyone actually knows what it was. Yeah, so nice looking windmill there. Yes, there's a well there as well. A well. That there's a couple of pulleys on the side there. I wonder if they were the driving wheels Just went inside for the steam engine, or the diesel engine, quite possibly. Yeah, very nice. Open days 2025, a little bit faded. August, September, oh, looks like Sunday 28th of September, it's the last one for this year. Looks like they start in April. Yeah. Well, carry on. Daffodil bulbs, 50 for a tenner. Walnuts and cooked apples. Used to have a walnut tree at the bottom of one of the gardens on the houses that I used to live in. Never actually managed to get any walnuts because the squirrels always got there first. And that was a big tree. Right, where are we going now? I think we're going straight up. Yeah, carry on this road basically. So what is that? That's Fen Lane. That's the other end where we turn down. Bit of a breeze coming across the field, quite open outside. Right, I think this might be Water Lane here. So we're still on Mill Road. I got a feeling that's Water Lane, not quite sure. If it isn't that one, it's the next one. Yeah, so the area, Junction Mill Road, Water Lane, up to Hopton Road. It's Cross Green, and it's a site of the medieval village green. So it was marked and named on Hodgkinson's map of Suffolk, 1783. And the southern half was enclosed under an enclosure award of 1821. The northern half was already private property by then. Yeah, so as is typical, poor old peasants lost out. Lost their common grazing land. Another little footpath coming up on the left, which we could take, but we're not. There always seem to be more footpaths in Suffolk than there does in Norfolk. They seem to have retained a lot more. Yeah, that cuts across there. I think it cuts across and back onto Hopton Road, I think. Beggars roost, beggars belief. Right, so we're sort of coming up back towards Hopton Road, where we started. So on the junction of Mill Road, Hopton Road, was a pub called the Evergreen Oak, 16th century. Also some farm buildings visible on the first edition OS map. Farmstead was laid out in a loose 19th century courtyard style. The farmhouse was detached and set away gable end onto the yard, which seems to be quite a common practice around here. Yeah, so just wait for this car to go past. Yeah, so the pub was still open at least as late as 1934, though it isn't shown as a pub on the 25-inch 1904 OS map. And somewhere in the grounds there is a stone cross. Which was originally erected on Shortgrove Lane as a result of John Cole's will of 1527. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't see it. A big edge in the way. Yeah, so it was moved there from over that way somewhere. Well, if my calculations are correct, this is the original site of the stone cross. I think, well, if that's Shortgrove Lane, I know I've just come up Gypsy Lane, I think, which carries on, I don't know if that's called Gypsy Lane as well, carries on up that way. But yeah, you can see definitely on high ground. You can actually see the windmill over there and the village just down there. Yeah, so this may well have been the original location of the stone cross, which was moved. Yeah, certainly got a good view. There's a lane called Gypsy Lane. There was a junction with another lane there, and that's where it was originally. Hello, nice looking thatched cottage. Now we can see. Can we see the cross? Sneak in this little hedge here. No, unfortunately not. Not quite sure where it is in there, but it is in there. The bar, yeah, it's still called the Evergreen Oak by the looks of it. Yeah, so that is the old pub. Right, carry on up this lane. Right, so we've just got to carry on along Hobson Road back up towards the pub, and if it's still open I might be tempted to a half. We shall see. It is certainly thirsty work, this walking, you know. Well, hopefully this one will be a little bit shorter than the normal rambling videos that run on for hours on end. So hopefully you made it to the end of this one. And yeah, as always, please comment, please like, please subscribe if you already haven't done so, because it does help, especially with getting some views. Because my last video I did, I think after 2 weeks, I think it only had about 20 views, which was a little disappointing. Yeah, it doesn't really give you much encouragement to get out and do some more. I still do the walks, but yeah, obviously if you haven't got to do the video, and you sort of can take in a bit more of your surroundings. This is certainly a lovely little village. And a very good pub, as I've said. Right, I think that will probably do it. The pub is in sight, a couple of 100 yards away, if that. Yeah, well, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it.